Good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning. How are you today? Hello, Eve. Welcome to today's trading room in the morning session. Good morning, Fanos. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, Steven. How are you, my friend? Is everything okay? How are you today, guys? Good morning. Hello, Jenna. How are you? So, good morning, everyone. All right. I see the dollar appetite coming very early this morning. So good morning to everyone and welcome to today's live trading session here at Trademy. This is Kyriakos Harilaou talking, and we will start today with a brief update of what we have done on Forex pairs. As you can see, we have opened some positions and I would like to go one by one regarding these positions. Any positions that are on the minus sign, feel more than welcome to follow us, since you will be at a better price than what we do. So the first position that we have traded for today is dollar CAD. We have entered a long position on dollar CAD, and we can see using the 4-hour chart that the price is rising fastly. It has broken the resistance level of the last few hours, and it has broken above, and as we can see, it's climbing, and that's why we have entered with it with a target profit price at 133.40, and our stop loss, we don't want to have a low than today's lows, so this is our stop loss targeting for 1.3340. Alan, yes, I have changed my charts. I have made things much simpler so that for the audience to understand, I'm now using 5-minute charts and 4-hour charts for Forex trading, and moving averages, of course, that are used for entry level. And as you can see, as soon as I saw this pullback and the break again here, this engulfing pattern initiated my long position, which I have entered here. Currently, the trade is doing well, but it's too early to celebrate. So, can you all hear me and see me clearly? Just type yes to the chat room and I will... Okay, thank you, Jenna, for your response. Thank you, Alan. Hopefully, Alan, hopefully. I'm very, 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 very optimistic today. Now, the second trade that we have entered for today, we have entered a short position on Aussie dollar. Now, looking on the 4-hour chart of Aussie dollar, we see that the prices are below the moving averages, and the price did not manage to break this resistance level I have spotted here below the middle Bollinger Band. Now, if we look closer to the 5-minute chart, we have observed a bearish cross of the moving averages, and that's why we have entered a short position. So if a resistance level on the 4-hour chart is in alignment with the bearish cross on the 5-minute chart, we have entered the short position here, and our target now is the low here. 73.70 is our target price, and our stop loss, we don't want to see a price higher than 74.25. Going on to the next trade, we have entered a short position on dollar yen. Now, dollar yen troubled me a lot, and I decided to enter a short position, and let me explain you why. First of all, the Bollinger Bands on the 4-hour chart, we are currently trading below the middle band. Okay, so if we are trading below the middle band, it means that the trend is still in a downtrend. However, the problem with this trade is that it has a very wide stop loss. So the stop loss for this trade should be above the last high of the downward move. You see that? And that's why I have placed my stop loss above this level. Moving on to the 5-minute chart. Okay, you are with us on pound dollar, Alan. Excellent. So, looking on the 5-minute chart, I saw that the price is finding difficulties in breaking above this level. So that's why I have decided to enter the short position on dollar yen. Pound dollar now. The pound dollar is the only contrarian trend trade we have placed for the moment. The trend now on the 4-hour chart is, as you can see, has entered a very narrow trading range here. And the blue line represents the lows of the 4-hour chart, which was made here. So looking on the 5-minute chart, the reason I have entered a long position, it was around here, is because I saw that the price finds it difficult to break below this level. It has tried to break below that here and failed, which this is exactly the reason why I have entered a long position, and of course my stop loss is a bit lower than this blue line, which represents the lows of the last 3, 4, 5 4-hour sessions. Now, if we see a close below these lows now, I will close my position and revert to a short position. Euro GBP, basically today we have the big announcements of 3 central bankers. Okay, fundamentals on pound dollar, we hear about Brexit, but we didn't see Brexit, so this is a candy that can go on forever. And if you look on the daily chart, everybody was talking about Brexit, and you see, for example, here from 132 went up to 134. So now we are entering a long position because I believe that the market here is overextended, and we are looking for a short-term trading opportunity just to catch a few pips and go out of the market. So I repeat, if I see a lower low than this one, I will enter a short position. So what I will do now, I will check the low of this candle. So the low is 131.44, and I will place a sell stop at 131.40. So, okay, I'm long, but if I have a break, I don't want to miss it. So we will place a sell stop order, sell stop at 1.3140. My stop loss now will be my take profit 1.3180, and the target price will be around 131. So I have just placed also a sell stop order on pound dollar because, guys, it's either side breakout. So we have entered a sell stop order on pound dollar at 134.40, stop loss 131.80, and take profit 1.31. So that's our pending order. If it's triggered, we will hit, of course, stop loss, but it will be a violent breakout to the downside. It will not hold. So let's keep both trades in existence. And the last trade we have opened today is Euro GBP. Euro GBP. Now we see that the price of Euro GBP tried to break above the multi 4 hours lows here, but it didn't manage and is now reversing back. However, I have entered a long position here, and my stop loss is a bit lower than, too much volatility now in the markets. Too much volatility, guys. We have just hit stop loss on Euro Pound. Wow. Okay, what's going on? Okay, let's check. Let's see. No panic. Euro dollar is falling. Euro yen is falling. Dollar yen is still there. Dollar CAD is climbing. Aussie dollar. All right. Too much volatility. Most probably we will enter our set stop position on pound dollar. Let me check. Dollar CHF is going up. Aussie dollar, New Zealand. Our Euro GBP closed with a loss. Whoa. All right. Okay. Let them calm down, guys, a bit. No idea, Alan. It's the opening of the US session. All right. Now, let me see a sudden drop in all pairs. So we have hit a stop loss on euro pound. So far we survive. Our other trades are surviving. Prices are recovering now. Okay. Here I believe we have another trading opportunity on euro yen. Lautenschlager, okay. So I will enter, guys. I will try and enter a short position on euro yen. So let's go short euro yen. So I have just entered a short. First time I have heard about this guy. Short euro yen. I have just shorted euro yen with a stop loss at 127.75 and a TP at 126.80. So that's my new trade for now. 127.75 is my stop loss. 126.70 is my take profit. Remember, we have shorted a euro yen. We have just shorted euro yen. Okay, let's check again our pound dollar, how it's doing. Guys, I'm closing. No, I will not close it. Let it trigger as it will be. So we will keep our pound dollar position. All right, euro dollar. Okay, I'm shorting also euro dollar. I will short euro dollar. I just shorted euro dollar, short euro USD. My take profit will be 115.25 and my stop loss at 1.16. TP 115.25. So we have shorted also euro dollar 116, 115.25 is my take profit. It seems that we are going down for today. Euro yen, dollar CAD, we are doing okay. Aussie dollar is doing okay. Pound dollar, we will see what happens. We have also a limit order. Dollar CHF, we haven't entered dollar CHF. We will wait and we will enter it shortly. New Zealand USD, again, we didn't enter it. We will wait one moment to check here. Okay, guys, the New Zealand USD is going for a break. It seems that we are going for a break here. I want to wait a bit before I short it. I will also place a sell stop order here at 68.80. So we will place a sell stop order regarding New Zealand USD at 0.6880. My stop loss will be 0.6918 and my TP will be 0.1650. So that's the new pending order we will place today. So that's a sell stop order, sell stop 0.6680 with a stop loss of 0.6918 and a take profit of 0.1650. So that's a sell stop. And also I will try a long position here because we are close to a support zone. So let me go long New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD, we have entered long. My stop loss will be at 68.80 and my take profit will be at 0.6910. Let me see. We will see if this support holds. So my stop loss is 68.80 and my take profit is 69.10. So it's either side breakout today, we will be in the markets and we will see what happens. As you can see, the pound dollar is nicely recovering. We have entered a short position on euro dollar. We have entered a short position on euro yen. We are also short dollar yen, a long position. Okay, it's either side breakout today. That's why I'm trying and long and short orders. Any moment, if they break at any side, we will be with it. So just a few updates. We have entered a long position on dollar cut, and you can see the dollar cut rate is more or less where we bought it. We have entered a short position on Aussie dollar. That's a short position on Aussie dollar. We have entered a short position on dollar yen. We have entered a long position on pound dollar because we are close to a support zone here, targeting this level here. Dollar CHF, so far, we haven't entered anything. We will closely monitor that. We have entered a long position on New Zealand USD, but you also have a sell stop order here. We also have a sell stop as well here. If it breaks below this level, then we will enter short with it. It's going to be a violent day. Yes, it's either side breakout, Alan. You are absolutely correct. And it's going to be either side breakout. Okay. Our euro pound trade, unfortunately, wow, hit our stop loss. Okay. We will see what happens. We will try again when the time comes for a long or a short position. And that's all I have for Forex for the moment. I will update you if I have any other trading opportunities that I believe are okay to trade them. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm transferring Elif. Are you ready with the morning update? I'm transferring you now to Elif.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello. How are you guys? Ellen, hello. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning, Stephen. How are you guys? I hope all of you had a nice afternoon yesterday, and now we are together again here. Hello, Patrick. Welcome back. So guys, you were asking me about Sabine Lautenschläger. Yes, she's a quite important person in Germany. Everybody who has to do something with the financial world will know her name. She was the first female vice president of the president of the regulation system BaFin in Germany, and then she changed to the European Central Bank, and now she's the vice president of the Central Bank in Frankfurt. Very nice person, and yeah, she's having a talk right now, and apparently the Forex pairs are getting affected by her. I don't know her personally, no, Patrick. I know that she teaches at some point at my university some classes in law. I never visit any class in law, so I don't know her personally, no. But if you are a bit in Frankfurt or in Germany connected, yeah, maybe we can ask her if she would be interested to come over and trade with us, Ellen. I can ask her. I can send her a nice email and we'll see how she will react. So, well, the reaction on Forex is not reflected currently on any of our indices. She hasn't cited before. Well, I think we shouldn't use those information. I think BaFin or SISEC or any other regulation or ESMA would harm us for using inside information, Ellen. So on the indices, we don't see the reaction of Lautenschläger, but we see what we can do. As you know, the last 2 days was a very low volatile day on the indices, and it made us a bit difficult to make some profits. Yes, Patrick is talking about Nikkei, Japan 225. Great, he made $800 on Nikkei, and basically today I wanted to have a close look on Nikkei and Australian 200. You see both, they have a quite nice trend, a clear trend, and I would like to enter here my positions as well. Gold, the same picture as yesterday. You see a very, very narrow movement, which you say like, come on, gold, move a bit, and nothing is going. But let's go one by one. Let's have a look on DAX if we see any nice opportunity here to make some money. It's been open now for the last 2 hours, but I will put a buy limit on DAX. I will put a buy limit on DAX. Oh, I bought it. Never mind, we bought. I was waiting for a better price, but we bought DAX at 12,707. And well, I'm expecting a bit better price, Ellen, to be honest. But if you like to enter, you can do it. It's not a wrong decision. I believe that the price will go up in the next hour. But if you, great. So I opened a buy position on DAX, and my take profit is at 12,726. And my stop loss is at 12,681. There we go. Again, very narrow. Let me see in the 1 hour chart. Yeah, I believe. So why I choose 10 lots, Patrick? You know, normally I'm trading with 20 lots on Germany 30, but because the last 2 days it was giving us a difficult time with a very low volatility, that's why I said I will reduce my exposure, so I can see. If I see a clear trend in which I can enter, I will enter and close the position short and enter and increase my exposure. That's why I prefer to enter with a lower volume than I used to do. So our DAX position is already in profit. This is good. We are making already $150. As I said, our take profit is at 209. Let's see, maybe within 3 minutes it might hit and we make a nice profit on DAX to start our day. So let's have a look also on Italy 40. How can we trade? How we can have we can't have a live trading session without Italy 40. It's you know, DAX, Italy 40 and gold are my favorites, guys. You know that. And let me see if we have a nice entry point. What's going on here? An uptrend is quite clear. It's on the middle Bollinger Band, but we don't have a crossover in the stochastic oscillator. Some news are expected, some speeches are today. It will be a cluster of speech, so it is interesting, but I'm not I'm thinking if I should enter. Let me see. I think yeah. Yes, guys, I will enter long on Italy 40 again with 10 lots. I just entered Italy 40 with 10 lots. So, and my take profit and stop loss. Let's put them down. There we go. There we go. So, our, no, it's too wide. I will take it a bit. I will modify our take profit and our stop loss a bit. I will put it here, and let me see how I will put my. I will put it a bit down. So. Yes, Patrick, we have today the oil inventories, and you know last week, as you remember, we made some money on the oil inventories, and today we will watch out. Well, the inventories are for the crude oil, not for the Brent oil. That's why I'm trading only crude oil during the inventories. But you can see the relation is not very proven, but you can see also that Brent oil is making similar moves during the inventories. So, but I will focus on crude oil during the inventories. Let me write down my two positions which I opened. I am long on DAX. I entered at 12,707. My stop loss is 12,681, and my take profit is 12,726. There we go. And for Italy 40, it's we entered at 22,273. Our stop loss is at 22,159, and our take profit is at 22,386. So, is it a good? Patrick is asking regarding our oil position, regarding oil inventories, if it's a good idea to hedge the expectations. So, what do you mean with hedged expectations? That you go long and short and see what happens and close the other positions? This is what you mean, Patrick? Or you mean, okay, the expectation is higher than the low and maybe correlate with both? Guys, I think you started to mix up a lot of stuff together. So we have to be, this is the disadvantage of fundamental trading. It's very important. Okay, Patrick, I will come back to you right now, but I have to explain something very important. So we have right now a discussion on the chat. If Patrick was asking if we should hedge the expectations on oil, on the oil inventories, and then Ellen suggested that we do if we can correlate oil inventories with gold. So this is a clear case for me where you put too much information together and it's like coffee pot reading. Yes, I mean, you know, people were in some areas in the world, in Europe, in South Europe, there is this habit of reading coffee pots as fortune reading and say what will happen next. And with fundamental analysis, yeah, it's in Turkey, in Greece, they do this stuff in Iran as well. It's a custom. It's a custom. I did it as well. It's interesting, nice to know. However, If we put too much, this is the biggest disadvantage of fundamental analysis. You can put so much information and think like this information will give you a clear structure how to trade and what to trade. This makes it a bit difficult, you know, and it can mislead you extremely. That's why it's very important that you really choose the information you want to implement while trading. So otherwise it will end up like a soup. You put a bit oregano and a bit salt and a bit pepper and sugar and maybe cinnamon, and by the end the soup tastes like nothing. To avoid this, you have to be able to filter the information you will use while trading with fundamentals. So coming back to the question of Patrick, he asked me about if it's a good idea to put a pending order on both sides. It's exactly the same as we discussed about the opening gaps. If we can trade the opening gaps, like putting pending orders the night before and whatever happens. But the problem with pending orders is, or with this kind of moves, is that it might hit both. Like it might hit both pending orders, that because of the news it jumps, yeah, because you will put the pending orders quite close, you will not put them wide, and maybe because of the news, and this is happening every day during major news, that the market jumps and then turns exactly in the other direction. Believe me guys, I have been in this business for long enough to say that I never made money by putting pending orders in both directions. No, I never made money. So because doing so, it's gambling, you know. You say like, okay, I put a $50 here, $50 there, and whatever. If it's red, it comes red. If it's green, it comes green. No, it's nothing else than gambling, and we don't do gambling. What we do is we trade. So we trade on solid information, on solid base and solid movement. So back to our two positions. We have currently two positions open, one on DAX and one on Italy 40. DAX is bringing us already some money. Let me see. Our take profit is very close to be hidden. This is good. Italy 40 is also making a small profit, as you can see. It's getting slowly there, and we see. So France had a nice move this morning, but unfortunately we were not on to enter France position. But I see that we could go long on it. Yes, guys, because there is a lot of tension today in the market, we will close our position very shortly. Like we will open them and close them, open them and close them, otherwise they will break our nerves. That's why I go now on buy on France 40. There we go. I open the France 40 position, and I put my stop loss and my take profit accordingly. I just opened the buy position on France 40 for anybody who would like to join me, and my take profit is I see today it's 5,422 is my take profit. And my stop loss is 5,360. This, no, this I can't give. 360. There we go. There we go. So, guys, There we go. We put our limits, and I will write it down. We are also long France 40, CAC, also known as CAC, and our we entered our position at 5,401, and our stop loss is at 5,360, and our take profit is at 5,422. There we go. So we have now 3 positions open, all European indices. Currently they are making money. Let's go and have a look on. Yes. Patrick is telling me that General Electric was delisted from Dow Jones. Yes, Dow Jones was for the last 110 years in Dow Jones included, and last night they announced that it's getting delisted. Well, you know what? It will not have an effect because it got delisted, and whatever got delisted, the next one got filled. So it's again a new share in Dow Jones. And let's have a look on Dow Jones. It's here. Let me see. You see, it didn't got almost no effect today. It went up. You say, okay, why? And it was nice, and no effect. No effect. Yes, you can trade. Ellen is asking if they can trade General Electrics. Yes, on Trade FW on my platform, I don't have General Electrics available, but on any other, a lot of brokers, they offer General Electrics to trade. I personally don't like to trade a lot with shares because the profit out of the movement, I mean, I'm trading short term, yes. I don't keep positions open overnight, over days, over weeks, months. And with shares, the movements are so small that for me, a trade of few hours doesn't give me profit enough to say that I want to trade that. I prefer the indices because whatever happens with the shares are concentrated, reflected in the indices, and this is what I prefer to trade because I'm opening and closing within one day, you know, guys. This is from my side. So we opened also our CAC position, the American indices. They are, you heard also about that America left the United Nations Human Court. You heard about it? Now, seeing like I got last night a notification that they just announced it, and I was thinking like, oh, what will happen if there is anything in the markets? But also here, no big effect on. Oh, ching, our DAX position just hit. Take profit. We made $209 on DAX. DAX position is closed. Ching, a small ching, but it's a good one. It's a good one, right? For the movements of the last days that we didn't have a lot of movements, we made our 209 bucks. This is good. We have still 2 positions open. One on France is giving us some profit. Great, Ellen, great. Ellen made also 197 bucks. Great. Italy 40, we have also a position open on Italy 40 and looking for some profits over there as well. Yes, Ellen, new shoes for your wife. Okay, if she's happy with $197 shoes, it's good. You got a good wife. You've got a good wife. Yeah. Good, Ellen. Now we will get one pair of shoes for you. One pair of shoes for Ellen as well. So we are happy and ready for the weekend. Do you have a specific pairs of shoes you would like to buy, Ellen? So let me see. Yes, we are looking on Japan 225. We had this morning a very strong move on Japan 225. Right now it's in the consolidation area. You see it's not moving quite. Patrick, you want Rico shoes? What are Rico shoes? Please inform me. I'm not a fashionista. I don't have a clue about fashion. I spent my time in front of the charts and not in front of the show rooms. So I see Australia, no big entry level. Okay, what's going on gold? Gold looks interesting, guys. Gold looks interesting. Gold looks interesting for me right now. Okay. Gold looks interesting. Guys, we go short on gold. Guys, we go short on gold. I just went short on gold. Yes, I went short on gold. And maybe your shoes are coming. Patrick, your shoes might be coming right now. So, great, great, great. We went short on gold. Let me see what our targets are. My target right now is, let me see here. It's 1,270. Let me see, take profit 1,270 and stop loss is 1,275. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, great. We made our first trade today on gold. It's good. I will write it down. We shorted gold right now. Short gold. Short gold, and it's already getting there. Great. We entered at 1,272, and our stop loss is at 1,275, and our take profit is at 1,270. So we want just $2 of a drop, just $2 of a drop, and it will give us around $2,000 of a profit. Hopefully, if we see that it goes in our direction, but it will. We might close it before it hits our take profit. So Patrick is asking what I did, what I said. I said I don't know the. Okay, Patrick is asking about Bitcoin. If Bitcoin dropped, let's have a look on Bitcoin. It's at 6,660. No, it's 6,600. So it had yesterday a small drop, but well, with Bitcoin, guys, I will tell you something. When I first came across about Bitcoin, it was around $75, $100. It was nothing, and within several months, it hit $1,100. Then empty gox boom happened. Yes, it was with empty gox. This was around 5 years ago, when if I'm not mistaken. And then it dropped again very extremely, and Bitcoin was totally out of fashion, and nobody was paying attention about Bitcoin. Then last year, out of the blue, people started to get interested again in Bitcoin out of the blue. And I remember in September last year, a very nice article. Yeah, very nice article was announced that Bitcoin reached the first time in his life the same level as gold. And it was at $1,300. And this was September. Within 2 weeks, it was 2,000. And then within, from September until December, it went up to 20,000. And now it's back at 6,000, guys. It's unbelievable with Bitcoin. So I see Kyriakos would like to inform you about, yes, he would like to inform you. Ellen, I'm passing right now to Kyriakos to give you a short update.
So hello guys and welcome back again. The pending order on New Zealand USD is not triggered yet, Alan. Okay. However, I'm thinking of taking some profits on Aussie dollar. So that's that's almost $400. I'm closing Aussie dollar, guys. That's $380 profit on Aussie dollar. Not bad at all. $380 profit on Aussie dollar. And it seems that we will have the break we are looking for. We are looking for a downside break on euro dollar, euro yen, dollar yen. Dollar CAD now rebounded towards the 4-hour highs. Let's see if it will hold. Aussie dollar, we have closed our positions with a profit. Pound dollar is still holding and the sell stop is not triggered yet. We have entered also a short position on dollar CHF, and our New Zealand, as you can see, is still marginally pending, and we are just missing half a pip for our stop loss and half a pip for our sell stop position to be triggered. We are keeping, okay, mine, it was not yet. Is because of the spread, is because of a number of reasons. So my trade was not triggered yet. Yes, I have a buy on pound dollar, an open position on pound dollar, Patrick, and a sell stop. The reason is because I'm speculating that this low will not be broken. That's why I put my stop loss here. If it's broken, it will fall a lot. So I have also placed a sell stop because I don't want to miss such a nice short opportunity. If it holds, then we are going here. Exactly, Patrick. I'm not having two pending orders. I have one position and one pending order. It's a different thing, okay? So, and I absolutely agree with Elif, it's not good to have two pending orders at the same time. What I have here is an order, is a trade open and one pending order. I don't have a buy limit and a sell stop. I don't have a buy stop and a sell stop. Never do that, guys, because the market will find a way to hit both trades with a stop loss, especially during news announcements. Okay, excellent. Now, let's go a quick roundup and see and check what's going on with our trades. We will start with the worst trades, which is euro dollar. We have entered a short position on euro dollar. And here is our stop loss above the highs of the day, targeting for new lows. So far, we don't need to worry for that. The second worst performer of our trades is the Kiwi. And we are looking, if we see a break to the downside, we will go with it. If this holds, then we will go for our profit. Okay, for the moment, unless one of the two is closed, if, for example, the current position now, we are long the Kiwi. If the current position hits take profit, I'm canceling the order. But as soon as the current position is opened, I'm keeping the order. Euro yen. It didn't move. We observed a nice bearish cross of the moving averages. We have very good probabilities of going further down. USD CAD, I don't like this small pullback. However, in order to say that this trade will not go up, I definitely want to see a close below this level, 132.65. And that's why my stop loss is there. The next one, Euro GBP. We have entered again a long position on Euro GBP because in the morning we hit stop loss with this spike and the price has nicely rebounded. But now we have narrowed our stop loss down a bit below this level. And we are targeting new highs at around 88.20. Our dollar yen trade has started to move most probably towards our side. Remember that for dollar yen we have a wide stop loss because we don't have data here, and I want to avoid situations like this, so that's why I have used a wider stop loss. We are targeting today's lows at approximately this level and $580. Dollar CHF. We have shorted dollar CHF, and I have shorted dollar CHF mainly because it's close to the highs of the 4-hour highs. If we look on the 4-hour chart, is this, you see that level, it was tested 1, 2, 3 times. We have the Bollinger Band here, and that's why I will go for a short position on USD CHF, having in mind also the bearish cross of the moving averages. And we are targeting again a few pips down to 99, 40-ish, 50-ish areas. So for the moment, that's all we have on the Forex pairs. New short on dollar CHF. You want to short it again, Alan? As I said, Patrick, I don't use Ichimoku anymore because it lacks the trading signals. I'm trying to use other tools that give better trading signals. If you want, you can do it, Alan. You can short it again. However, you need to wait not to short it at the same price. What's the point of shorting 2 times at the same price? Let it go into profits. Let it go, for example, below 99.55. Short it again and try and put your stop losses at break even. Pound dollar almost TP. Okay, it's still far away from the TP. It's almost there. It's just 20 pips. We will see how it goes, guys. Today, the movements I'm expecting in the Forex market are violent, will be violent, and especially during the announcement, during the talk of the 3 chairmen of Australia Central Bank, Draghi on behalf of the European Central Bank, and the Fed. Okay, hello Beatrice, welcome. So I'm expecting violent moves and up and down. That's why in our trades for today, and especially dollar yen, we have preferred to use wide stop losses. Okay, we know the direction, but because of the volatility that it might be created, we don't know how far the price will go before it triggers our directional profit. So he's talking at, let me check. I saw it yesterday. I will go to forexlive.com. You can also monitor all the news, guys, to forexlive.com. I think it's 1:30. Just a moment to confirm that. It's 1:30 UTC time. Okay, at 1:30 UTC time. That's 4:30 our time. Cyprus and Israel time. All right. So, and it's not only Draghi. I see Fed's Powell. I see Kuroda from the Bank of Japan, Draghi, and Royal Bank of Australia. So we have 4 central bank governors talking at the same time. You imagine what will happen in the forex world. Okay, we are not trading venues. Okay, but if your choice is not to trade today, I cannot tell you that is a bad decision. Okay, so this is exactly what I have done. Alan, I have traded today based on technical analysis. I will not push the button while they speak. That's why I have placed my orders as well. But it's going to be crazy. And of course, we will be here to watch it live. All right? So expect a lot of volatility on FX pairs today, guys. So for the moment, what we have done for the day, let me show you. We have closed a profit position on Aussie dollar and we have hit a stop loss on Euro pound. So maybe I will go against the leaf and hedge soon some pending orders. On the indices, I don't believe it will have an impact, but of course the best person to talk to for that regarding hedging positions on indices is Elif. So Elif, what do you think about hedging positions? Is it a good idea?
Basically, Kyriakos, we did that today again. We did that once again here on our live session. We hedged a gold position once, and hedging is not easy, guys. You have to have a practice and know exactly what you are doing. But I think Patrick's question is going towards he wants to open pending orders in both directions beforehand, as I understood, and as I know, Patrick, he has these tends to make around. But if you want to do it, like to open in both directions a pending order, yes, Patrick, if it's your practice account when you have money where it will not pain you to lose it, do it to get the feeling and understand. Because my dad used to say, I can tell you so many times, don't do it, you will do it, and once you hit yourself, you will never do it. So good luck, hit yourself, learn out of it, and then we talk about it. I wanted you to try it to get the thing, but as I said, once again, just use the money which will not hurt you in case that you lose it. This is very important, that you can afford to lose. This is the most important part in it. Just use the money you can afford to lose. So this is from my perspective, trading the news with hedging pending orders. Yes, Ellen, gold is right now losing 500 bucks, but this is okay. We just opened the trade. It's as we said, it's a very narrow trading range, and the trend is for me very clear that it will go down, and it's not stressing me at all, Ellen. To be honest, really, it's not stressing me at all. The price will drop, and we will make our profits over here. My position on Italy 40, what I would like to do right now, and I said that at the beginning also, I'm expecting Italy 40 to have an uptrend, and I will open now another buy position on Italy 40. As you guys know, we have already a buy position. I will increase my exposure on Italy 40 and open another buy position. So I just opened another buy position on Italy 40. Okay, Alan, I can understand you don't have any margin left. Yes, when you have a gold position, gold needs a bit of margin. But well, then don't do it. Don't move your positions because of, don't expose too much of your money in this way. So it's good that you control your margin. So I'm putting the stop loss and take profit. Well, I'm thinking about the same take profit and stop loss, guys. Today we have an all day long session, and we might modify our stop loss and take profit throughout the day when we see it's not getting there as fast as we wish. But I will keep you posted. You know, we are online, and we are, why it didn't change again? We are online, and we keep you posted on Twitter and Facebook. If you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, you will get an update what we do with our trades, and also here on chat room. There we go. So now, also here on chat room, we will have always updates what happens with our positions. So Italy 40, we entered at 22,000, at 22,273. Our stop loss is at 22,189, and our take profit is at 22,386. There we go. So if I should modify, if I will modify anything, I will keep you updated. It is a very narrow trading range also now today. That's why, let me see why, okay, I see. The trading range is quite narrow, as you can see on the screen here. This is the trading range. That's why we don't aim big profits. We aim just profits which move fast to get our money in. So let's see here on gold. Alan was worried about gold. We have a sell position. Well, it's a, you see it goes down, and then it has a I missed the word, called consolidation. Thank you, Kyriakos. And then it continues to drop down. This is the normal pattern of gold, and this is where we are right now. It dropped, it has a consolidation here, and in a short while it will start dropping. So and we aim our take profit accordingly. So I don't mind, and for anybody who is not with me in gold and has still some margin left, could enter now for a better price in gold. So so far this, our France 40 position is giving us some profits. You see slowly it's going up. There is still some money to get, as you can see on my stochastic oscillator. There is still some money, and the Bollinger Band is also still far away. The Bollinger Band, the middle Bollinger Band, is still far away. So I will keep this position running and close it when I see a crossover or when it comes very close to the Bollinger Band. Italy 40 now, we increased our exposure, and we opened at the same price, both positions, a bit delayed the one, and we make currently $60 on it. Not bad, and we see it will move in our favor and hit our take profit soon, and we will close it once it's there. Now my focus is on France 40, because you see it's coming over here very close to the MA and the Bollinger Band here, and we see how it will react, and accordingly we might close the position shorter than the aimed take profit. Let's see, because over here it might turn back, and before it starts turning back, we will close it to get some profits in. And gold right now is again moving in our favor. We have a sell position, and it's going. Oh, I see Kyriakos just opened a position on silver. Kyriakos, I'm passing to give us a short update.
So thank you for the pass, Elif. Just a moment to show my screen as well. We have entered a short position on silver. As we can see from the 4-hour chart, that's a free fall chart. Our stop loss, we have shorted 10 lots on silver. Our stop loss is set at 1640, and our take profit will set that at 1610. So I'm expecting a big fall on silver, and most probably it will test this band here, and that's why I have entered a short position. Looking on the 15-minute chart, it looks also very, very bearish. So it's going down, guys. So that's why I have entered a short position. It's spot. It's not futures, Alan. As soon as I see an opportunity, yes. This is our first trade on silver, from me at least. And I have also entered a short position on silver. And as we promised, from Monday onwards, we will give it a try on Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin, US dollar. So I'm examining also the possibility of Bitcoin, and from Monday onwards, we will trade Bitcoin as well. So that's all we have for the moment. Our trades, let's go a quick round and see how our trades are doing. Euro dollar, it doesn't move at all after this sharp decline. It's stuck there on the 5-minute chart. We are short on euro dollar. We also have a short position on euro yen. Forza euro for today. We are shorting the euro everywhere. Okay, we are betting with the dollar in the majority of our cases. Dollar yen, short, didn't move. Everybody's expecting the announcement and the speeches of the governors, of the central bankers. Okay, dollar cut, small rebound is more or less there. I don't want to see a close below the lows. Aussie dollar, we have closed our position with a profit, so let's move Aussie dollar to the end. Dollar CHF, we have entered a short position here, and we will see how it behaves. New Zealand USD, we have entered a long position. However, we have a sell stop order which may be triggered if we see a break, and we don't want to see that break. It's going to be very violent. Euro GBP, we have tried again for a second time a long position, but this time we put a bit wider stop loss because I believe the euro pound will continue and make new multi-days highs at 88.20. We have entered a short position on silver, and that's all we have for the moment. So the Donald will rule today. You're talking about Trump, right, Patrick? Okay. Yes, America first. I mean, his America first policy, if you see the dollar from the day he was elected, is strengthening all the time. And why? Because for the first time in history, one president dared to make some changes in the taxation system of the US, lowering the taxes, attracting investments into America, and these all have an impact fundamentally on a strengthening of the dollar. However, this is not always the rule. I mean, we saw the European Union back in 2010, 2011. Everybody was talking about Grexit, and the euro dollar and the euro dollar from 120 went to 140, for example. He will fix it, but I think he will fix it in a bad way. I think Israel will fix in a good way with the US, not Cyprus. Okay. So this is the updates we have. I want to, how many of you have followed these trades so far? As you can see, actually the majority of them is in a loss so far. Keep your patient, don't worry. As you can see, I have lowered a lot my leverage. That's 3 lots for Forex pairs, and we have also opened 10 lots on silver. We are waiting for the prices to move, and we will see what we do at the end of the day or on our afternoon session. Just a consensus of our trades. If you see, the majority of the sell positions is against the euro, so we have shorted euro yen, we have shorted euro dollar, and we have also shorted silver against the dollar. We have bought dollar cut. We try a long position on pound dollar. This is one of the few trades that we are against the dollar for today. We will see what happens. But generally speaking, we are against the euro and towards the dollar for the day. We will see what happens at the end. Now, we are monitoring the silver chart. Let's go a quick round. Euro dollar, as you can see, it's stuck there. Everybody's waiting for the gentleman to speak. Dollar yen, dollar cut, a rebound, and that's it. It's still there. Pound dollar has moved away from our stop loss triggering price and also our sell stop order. Dollar CHF didn't move so far. New Zealand USD, again, it has moved out a bit away from our stop loss order and our sell stop pending order. Euro pound didn't move, is more or less where we bought it. We will see what happens. And the silver, that we have entered a short position. So the update for the Forex pairs and silver today, that's it. We need to wait now and patiently monitor our trades. What we have done so far, we have hit a stop loss on euro pound and we have closed a profit on Aussie dollar. Okay, it's going to be a very exciting day for me. I'm looking forward for the day. A lot of volatility is expected, so we will keep an eye on them and we will update you accordingly. So I'm transferring you now to a leave. Also have in mind that in approximately 20 minutes or 15 minutes, our live trading session will end. However, we will stay online and show you some very nice educational videos. So stay with us. If you have any questions, you can contact us via the chat room. If we have any improvements or any changes in the existing open positions, of course, we will enter live and tell you about them. Also, don't forget always that we are part of a community here called Trademy.com. Please feel free to contact our site, check our training programs, contact our support team, ask them about an evaluation test for you to do it absolutely for free in order to determine which training program is best suitable for you. We have a variety of prices of training programs. A lot of times we have clients that is not the most expensive, the most suitable for you. It all depends on your experience, on your needs as a trader, and on your trading tactics, because each one of us has a different need, has a different level of experience, have a different trading tactics. Maybe you are a scalper. So you will learn techniques that are within other training programs. Or you are an intraday trader. There is a training program that shows intraday trading techniques. Or you are more a short-term trader, like to keep your positions, for example, for 1 week. We have another trading program talking about short-term strategies. So it's not just the cheapest is the worst and the most expensive trading program is the best. It all depends with the level of experience and the needs and the trading style that each one of you has. So don't lose time, contact Trademy, contact our support team, and they will be more than glad to assist you. So that's all from me for the moment. I'm now transferring you to Elif. Elif, are you ready for a nice chin-chin update on indices? All right. Thank you very much for me.
Hello, guys. Here I am again. So, guys, our trades are in profit and they dropped again. So everything moves as we expected. The indices, they go slowly up. Italy, France, Italy 40, and they move in our direction. In a short while I will close France 40 because I see that it tends to stop the up movement, as you can see. Let me check in the 5 minutes chart. Yeah, we had at one moment a profit of $150. Technically, I could leave the position still on and run and hit his take profit, because on the 1 hour chart, I still see the potential of moving up. But on the other hand, I would like to close it. Let me see. I have to think now. So the news are at 1:30 GMT. This is around in 3 hours. In 3 hours, the market will move in our direction, as we can see here. Yes, in 1. Okay, guys. No, guys, I will keep this position still open, but still I will try to close it before the news cluster. At 1:30 GMT, we have a cluster of news. Until then, I will try to close the position with the positions with you like my thinking process, Ellen. Ellen is writing that he likes my thinking process. Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, I would, yes, I would thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Ellen. I will keep these positions, these 3 index positions open before, I think, believe me. Okay, Kyriakos is saying, Ellen, you don't want to know how women sing. Believe me. Kyriakos, he's married. He has experience with women. And he knows how they sing. However, coming back to trading, yes, I want to keep those positions. I want to keep these positions open until we have the cluster of news, to close them before the news, and during the news we will be on again to give you a huge update of what is happening and how we react. In the meantime, we will have some recorded videos for you, some webinars, very interesting webinars for you guys to update yourself. I would like to know in this spot, we had also some webinars yesterday. Please give us feedback which webinars you like and which webinars you would like to listen to. And if there is anything which is not clear, to improve or to add in the webinars. For anybody who had yesterday the chance to watch one of the 2 webinars we had. Please let us know, give me your feedback, so we can improve it. So anybody had the chance to watch yesterday? Patrick, which one you watched? Which one you watched yesterday? The calculation or the technical analysis? You did not understand the calculations. Well, I thought it's very clear. If not, no problem. Let's try to make a one-to-one session, or just send me an email with what exactly you didn't understand, and I will try to explain you everything one by one, so it's clear for you as well. It's mathematics for you. Yeah, calculation, it depends, you know, it's mathematics. It's the nature of calculations, you know, mathematics. However, never mind, Patrick, really, just let me know what exactly you didn't understand. Send me an email so I know it and I can focus on it and explain it to you, so it's clear for you and you can use it. It's very important to be able to understand the calculations, right? Great. So, as I said, from my side as well, we have 2 Italy 40 positions, 1 gold position and 1 front. You can send me an email, Patrick, on Elif K. Oh, hold on, I will send it to you. Elif K at trade. Please contact our support agents. They will pass you my contact details, so you can get in touch with me anytime you want. So, how to call you? Do you have an account manager with Trademy.com? Well, yes. Please just contact him. He has all my contact details and direct access to my calendar, and he will give you all needed information. He will give you all needed information so we can go ahead. Great. So, Patrick, Ellen, Stephen, Eve, Beatrice, why you should pick up, Patrick? You should pick up. No worry. Now we will go ahead. I'm looking right now. Where is my front position? As I said, guys, that I'm thinking before the news to close my positions. I told you. Before the news, I'm thinking to close my positions, and no, I will leave it a bit more, but before the cluster of speeches, which we will have today at 1:30 GMT, I will close my positions to be able to trade during the news. Guys, we have today a small profit on DAX. We have 3 positions open, and we are watching them how they are running. And until except of this, I wish you a very nice day and see you in a short while, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyriakos Harilaou, and I will be the presenter of this session. Today we will talk about how to identify a trend. Generally speaking, I have trained more than 3,500 traders in the UK, United Arab Emirates, Cyprus and Greece. And when I hear what is it, the question, what is a trend, the people have the incorrect approach that it's going up, so we have an uptrend. Or the share is falling, oh, we have a downtrend. It's not that simple. In technical analysis, we have particular criteria to determine an uptrend or a downtrend or a trading range or a sideways market or any type of trend. So in this chapter, we will carefully examine the criteria, the prerequisites that need to exist when we analyze a chart for an uptrend to classify the trend as an uptrend or a downtrend or a trading range. I know all these sound are familiar, but we will clearly clarify all this in this session. So we'll start. By the end, first of all, of this chapter, these are the targets of this chapter, how to spot a trend. So by the end of it, you should be able to, number one, know and understand the basic definition and principles of technical analysis. Number two, define the trends and the types of trends when analyzing financial markets. Number three, know what is volume and how volume can be used as a confirmation signal of an existing trend, of any type of trend, and also recognize how to correctly identify and confirm an uptrend, a downtrend, or a trendless market. First of all, before we start, the best thing to do is, since we are all talking about technical analysis, I believe that it's a most correct approach, first of all, to define what is technical analysis. I would like to say here that there are two schools of thoughts. We have the technical analysts and we have the fundamental analysts. There is the wrong perception outside that these two schools are in war. No, they are not. Their target is common, and the target is to forecast what the market will do. So both schools have the same goal, to forecast where the market is going. Is the methodology that they use to arrive in the forecasting conclusions that differs substantially. So we will concentrate today on the technical analysis part and not on the fundamental analysis part. So what is technical analysis? Put very simple, technical analysis is a forecasting tool which is based on sound statistical and mathematical principles. For example, standard deviation, variance, moving averages, and deals with probabilities. And its main aim is to forecast future price action using historic price data plotted on a chart. In other words, diagrammatic analysis. In this definition, there are key words there. The first of all is that it deals with probabilities. So since it is a forecasting tool, we need to have in mind that, and it deals with probabilities, we need to have in mind that it's not 100% correct and it cannot be 100% correct. We are dealing with probabilities. Being a good technical analyst, we try to go from the 50-50 percentage of success and failure to improve it to 60-40, 70-30. And if you are really good, to 80% success and 20% failure. The second thing that is important there is you need to have historic data. In other words, we need to have data from the past. But data by themselves, if I just have a table with data, it doesn't make sense to me. Unless these data, these historic data, are plotted on a chart, technical analysis cannot be performed. So we need historic data plotted on a chart. So in order for anyone to perform technical analysis, you definitely need to access historic data, but they have to be on a chart using a charting technique that is used for analysis purposes in the field of technical analysis. Technical analysis is based on three basic principles. Number one, market action, price, discounts everything. What does this mean? Very simply, it means that the price that you see takes into account all known and unknown information, and we will enter into more detail in a few seconds. Principle number two, it means that the prices have the tendency to move in trends. And principle number three, history repeats itself. Let's see them now one by one. Market action, price, discounts everything. This principle refers to the assumption that all known and unknown information are already reflected on the price, and as a result, one cannot take advantage of any unknown or inside information. This assumption is in line with the economic term of strong efficient market hypothesis, which exactly assumes the same thing. So how can this be applied and understood when looking at charts? I will show you now how to identify cases where the price action has discounted good news and bad news. So let's proceed with the following example. The following example indicates the weekly chart of Standard & Poor's 500. This is a European index that has the 500 companies in market capitalization, with the greater market capitalization. So Standard & Poor's is a market capitalization weighted average. Just for you to know what is market capitalization, it gives, very simple, the value of the firm today. So how do we arrive to the market capitalization of Apple, for example? We will multiply the number of shares that Apple has issued in the stock exchange times the market price of the stock at this given moment, and you will find the market capitalization of the firm. So as I was saying before, we are looking at the weekly chart of Standard & Poor's 500. We are now approaching 2008, and you have seen that a decline has been made during the first quarter of 2008. And now the good stuff starts. At this point here, in the US, the Labor Department has announced the lowest unemployment rate in the US ever recorded. And I think it was a bit lower than 3%. So this means that this is a very, very good announcement for the US markets. However, the market, how it reacted to this, it started to go up, but instead of confirming the good news, in other words, making new highs, all-time highs, not only it didn't go up, but it actually broke this bottom level here before the announcement. So in this case, the market has discounted the good news. So the market has already discounted the good news and refused to make all-time highs. And the market actually broke to the opposite direction, technically indicating a long-term bearish trend reversal signal. So as you can see here,
adrenaline, drive, the will to win.
Sports getting new highs, but instead of that, not only did it make new highs, it has broken to the opposite direction. So for us, technical analysts, this candle here, who broke the bottom, which was created previously to the announcement, signaled the end of the long-term bull market and the beginning of a long-term bear market. When do people learn about Lehman Brothers collapse? The people learned about Lehman Brothers collapse here. So as you can see, the market has already declined significantly before the general public knows and learns and finds out what is actually happening. So by carefully analyzing this chart, one can see that the market is discounting the good news, and we have a major primary trend reversal. From an uptrend, we are going to a bear market. The opposite scenario here. Now, here we have a decline. No need to say that if anyone was watching the media, the financial media by that time, you will confirm that everybody was spreading fear and panic. At some point, however, the market has bottomed and started to go up, then tried to go down again, but despite the panic and the fear the media were trying to sell, the market actually broke to the upside and breaks this top here. So what does this mean to us? It means that the market has already discounted all the bad news and started to go up. So for us, this candle here indicated the end of the bear market and the beginning of a new long-term bull market. No need to say that still the media here, we are selling uncertainty and fear. So here we observe an example of a bull market changing to a bear market. So the market is discounting the good news and is falling. And here we see the opposite scenario where the market is discounting the bad news and is rising. So this means market action discounts everything. In the second section, we will move on and say now what categories of trend we have. So what is trend? Trend is generally defined as the direction of the market anyone studies using the chart. Based on this principle, the trend is divided into three categories. So we have three categories of trends. We have the primary trend or the major trend. Usually we observe and we examine this trend using monthly or yearly charts. Do we trade this trend? The answer is no. The main use of this trend is not to trade, but is just to get the big picture of where the financial markets currently stand from a long-term point of view. Now, someone might ask me why we do not trade the long-term trend. I will answer to this question. Due to the volatility of the markets that we have the past few years, it's very dangerous to stick on a long-term investment. For example, if anyone was buying AIG shares since 1990, every month 100 shares since 1990, today he's in a loss. So due to the uncertainty and the current economic conditions, the markets have changed. So we try to avoid and trade long-term charts. Now, what is important here is to know the duration of this trend. So, the duration of this trend should be more than 1 year, i.e. more than 12 months. So if we are looking on monthly charts, trying to identify the long-term trend, we want to find out the most recent trend on the chart, which has a duration of more than 1 year. We will see examples of that. Don't worry if you don't understand it now. The second type of trend, the second category of trend is the intermediate or medium-term trend. We usually study weekly charts to find this category of trend. And this category of trend is the most important trend and the most commonly studied, preferred by funds and investment firms. Why? Because it gives a more realistic valuation, a more realistic picture of the current economic condition from a medium-term perspective. Now, for this category of trend, we should, again, I repeat, we should analyze weekly charts, and we should concentrate on the most recent trend on the weekly charts, which has a duration of more than 3 months. but less than a year and as close to 3 months as possible. So I repeat, we study weekly charts and we are looking for the most recent trend on the chart, which has a duration of more than 3 months, but less than a year, but as close to 3 months as possible. The third type of trend, the short-term trend, can be identified using daily charts. Speculators, forex traders, short-term stock traders, and any other category of investors who prefer to trade on a short-term basis are widely using the short-term trend. So we are using daily charts for that, and the duration now of this short-term trend should be the most recent trend on the daily chart, which is up to 1 to 1.5 months, and very rarely up to 2 months. Now I need to stress something out. The definition says up to 1 to 1.5 months. Can the short-term trend be of duration of 15 days? The answer is yes, because the definition says up to. Can it be 10 days? The answer is yes, because the definition says up to 1 to 1.5 months. The third principle of technical analysis refers to the history repeats itself, and the logic behind that principle is that since any movement in the financial markets is caused by human intervention and emotions, fear and greed, and since humans tend to make the same mistakes over and over again, these principles assume the same for the financial markets. That's the reason for having bull and bear markets, financial and economic expansions and contractions over and over and over again. So what is trend? Generally speaking, the trend is defined as the direction of prices when observing, analyzing any financial instruments on a chart. Markets do not move in straight lines. Instead, they move in zigzags, and we are looking for the direction of these zigzags movements in order to define the direction of the trend. Now, the trend, any category of trends, can have 3 directions. It can go up, it can go down, or it can go sideways. When it's going up, we say that we have an uptrend, and this means what? That the prices are rising more frequently than they are falling. When these zigzags are going down, it means that we have a downtrend, and it means that the prices keep more time falling rather than rising. And when the market is moving sideways, it means that the market is meandering around a particular price range. And that's why we call it sideways or trading range trend conditions. Definition and illustration of an uptrend. So how an uptrend looks like. Now, for an uptrend, and for simplicity purposes here, I have used the line charting method, which is generally understood by everyone. For an uptrend, we need to have at least 2 rising bottoms and 2 rising tops as per example below. So as we can see here, we have a bottom, then we have a second bottom, and the second bottom is at a higher price relative to the first one. Then we have a top, and then the second top is also at a higher price level than the first one. This technically defines an uptrend. What is a downtrend? For a downtrend, we need to have at least 2 declining bottoms and 2 declining tops as per example below. So here is my first top, and the second top, the top that was made after the first top, is at a lower price level. Here I have my first bottom, and the second bottom again, which was made after the first bottom, is again at a lower level than the first bottom. So this confirms a downtrend. So I repeat, for a downtrend, we need at least, and I emphasize the word at least, 2 declining tops and 2 declining bottoms. trading range or a sideways market. And be careful to understand this, because many traders that I have taught are doing this wrong. First of all, in order to identify a trading range, you need to determine the upper bound of the range and the lower bound of the range. In other words, you need to determine the two price levels within which the price is meandering around. Once these levels are identified, as you can see by the example here, once we identify the upper bound and the lower bound of the trading range, then, and this is very important, we need to have at least two tests or two touches on the upper bound of the trading range, and we need to have at least two tests or two touches on the lower bound of the trading range. Once we have this, then the trading range is confirmed. So what I say here is that the trading range is confirmed upon the fourth touch from the green line onwards. So up to this level here, all this is not a trading range here. Why? Because I had two touches on the lower band, but only one touch on the upper band. As soon as I have the second touch of the upper band, from this point onwards, a trading range is confirmed. Now, how do we use volume to confirm the trend, and what is the role of volume in all this? First of all, we need to define what volume is. Volume is generally defined as the number of shares or contracts changing hands during a trading day. Volume is reported one day later, i.e., for example, today's total volume will be reported tomorrow. Volume now precedes price action. It acts like a fuel of a car engine. First, you need to push the gas pedal, and then the car will move. The same case is with the markets. So prior to an important move, volume should increase. Technical analysts, they never use volume bars on monthly charts, only on daily and rarely on weekly charts. Volume is only reported for financial instruments that trade using an approved central clearing house. For example, a stock exchange, a futures exchange house, or a multilateral trading facility, an MTF. The volumes we see on FX spot rates on MT4 trading platforms are not realistic, and they just represent the volume of the broker's clients who provides an MT4 trading platform. The main reason for this, the main reason we don't have reliable volume on FX, is because Forex is an interbank exchange system. It does not have a central regulated clearing house for all the FX transactions to be cleared and reported. So how can a volume now confirm an uptrend? Once an uptrend is identified, then volume must confirm the uptrend. In an uptrend, volume should expand, increase in up legs, and contract, decrease in corrections, down legs. Let's see now this graphical example. The black line represents the line chart. And the below chart is the volume chart in bars. As we can see, if the prices are generally rising, the volume is making expansion, is increasing. When we have corrections, the volume decreases. In the next up leg move, the volume again increases, and not only increases, it makes new highs. While we correct, volume decreases. In the next up leg, the volume again increases and makes new highs, higher than the highs of the previous up leg move. Then during correction, it decreases, and in the final upward leg, again, the volume has increased and made new highs. So every time we have an up leg, we need to see that the volume is expanding, is increasing. And when the market is correcting, correction refers to the price movement that is opposite from the trend. So if we have an uptrend, the correction is a downside. How do we confirm now a downtrend using volume. Once a downtrend is identified, then volume is better, but not a must to confirm the downtrend. Volume should expand, increase in down legs, and contract, decrease in corrections, up legs. Now, why here I say is not a must? Think of an airplane trying to take off. In order for the airplane to take off, you need to have volume. You need to have fuel in the tank. If you don't have fuel, no way for the plane to go up. But what happens if a plane is in the air and suddenly runs out of fuel? The plane will still drop, but at a slower pace. So that's why we say that in a downtrend, it's better to have volume expanding, confirming, but not necessarily, because the markets can still fall without volume. Think of the example of the airplane, and you will never forget this. So as we can see here in a downtrend, our prices are declining and volume is expanding. Our prices are correcting upwards and volume is contracting. Then we have another downside movement and volume is expanding again. Then we have an upside correction and volume is contracting. And then we have again a fall in prices and the volume expands. So what is now a trendless market? To put it very simply, if you see a chart and based on what you have learned today, the trend of that chart does not fulfill the criteria of an uptrend, downtrend, or sideways trading range trend, then it's considered to be a trendless market, and we don't trade trendless markets. So I repeat, a trendless market is when the price movement of the chart does not fulfill the criteria mentioned previously to be classified as an uptrend, downtrend, or a trading range. In a trendless market, volume analysis cannot be implemented, and as a result, it becomes useless due to a great probability of false signals, false confirmations. Thank you very much for watching this session. Looking forward to seeing you to the next session. Thank you.